Hello everyone. Hope today is going your way. And if it's not, I hope it turns around soon and does. Continuing on this morning in the book of Genesis. I'm thinking about, we seem to be going from relationship to relationship. So last time we talked about Cain and Abel. Today we're going to talk about Noah. What happened between the time of Cain and Abel and Noah? Well, we read at the first of chapter 6 in Genesis that Adam's and Eve's descendants began to multiply, and it says they had sons and daughters. And it says that the sons of God saw these daughters and took them, and they multiplied. Now, there's a lot of speculation about what that means, but to me, the best interpretation that I've heard says, the sons of God were actually fallen angels that fell with Satan. And however that worked out, they slept with human women. I assume they overtook human men, slept with human women, and began an evil people on this earth. I hear a lot of people say, and I've heard this comment a lot, this is as bad as it's ever been. It's as bad as it's ever been. And I would argue with them and say, I don't know that it's bad. Now, don't get me wrong. It's as bad as it's been in my life. But it's not as bad as it's ever been, because God wiped out everyone but 8 people. So, yeah. So anyway, in amongst those, when we're talking about the descendants, they talked about how many years that everyone lived. And in that writing, it said that God determined that they would only have 120 years. Now, I've heard that, people said that, well, God capped how old people could be. But no, I don't believe that. If you read that within the context and what happens, it means God said, in 120 years, I'm going to wipe all of you out. I'm going to wipe all of you out. But thankfully, He didn't wipe all of us out. So we come to our next relationship, which is God and Noah. It says the world was evil, but one man found favor with God. It was Noah. Why did Noah find favor with God? Because he had reverence for God. He wanted to serve God. He wanted to do the right thing. It wasn't that God just picked all the evil people in the world and said, let's use that one. That one right there. No. Noah had a heart for God. So he tells Noah, we're going to build an ark, a ship, because it's going to rain, and I'm going to flood the earth, and I'm going to wipe everyone out except for you and your family. Well, we see that Noah got to work. He didn't question. So God picked the right man, obviously. He always does. He got to work. But, he also not only was about God's business, he was about the people too. I bet everyone walked by while Noah was working and said, hey Noah, what you building there? Oh, I'm building this boat. Well, why are you building a boat out here in the middle of the dry land? Well, because it's going to rain. God said it was going to rain and he's going to flood the earth. And they went, well, what's rain? You know, up until this time, it had never rained. It says that the waters flowed up from the earth. So this had to be, you know, again, I bet they walked off and went, oh, that crazy Noah. But Noah was faithful. I'm going to bet every day he went into town, or wherever he went, or when people came by, they made a point to find Noah. Where's old crazy Noah? Hey, Noah, where's that rain at? I don't know, but it's coming. I don't know, but it's coming. I don't know, but it's coming. Where's that rain you keep talking about, Noah? I don't know, but God said it and it's going to come true. I don't know how. I don't even know what rain looks like myself. But it's going to come true. Every day. Now, we don't know how long he built the ark. If we take the math and the fact that one of his, you know, the fact what it tells us about his children, we can assume it was somewhere between 55 and 75 years to build that ark. And every day, Noah's out there working on that ark. There was a sense of urgency about him, I'd say. A sense of urgency. Because God didn't say, oh, in 75 years, it's going to rain. He just said, I'm going to flood the earth and I'm going to wipe everybody out. And you're going to need this boat to save humanity. Noah didn't know when it was going to rain. So every day he's out there working on the ark. Him and his boys. Trust me, I know what it's like to have a hard-working dad. I bet they went, we gonna work on that again today, Dad? Can we take a day off? And Noah said, no, son, we can't take a day off. We can't take a day off because we don't know when it's going to rain. Man, what if I took that same attitude? I should take that same attitude. I don't know what tomorrow holds. I don't know what today holds. I got to be about God's business. Got to be about God's business. Because I don't know when it's going to rain again. Now, obviously, we know it's not going to rain again, but this world is going to end one day. It's going to be made new. But before that time, there's going to be a judgment. Which means God's going to see who's in the ark and who's not. And we read that when it started to rain, now, we don't know what the rain was. I've read commentary that, when you look at the beginning, it said that God separated the earth, the waters above from the waters beneath. And there was this theory that the earth was surrounded by a wall of water. And it does say that when it began, God opened the windows of heaven. So whether it was rain like we know it, or it was just, God opened I like to think about it. It seems more practical to me, since it flooded in that amount of time, that God just opened a window and water just poured through it from above. I don't know that, but, I can't dispute it. Wasn't there. Doesn't matter how it happened. It happened. But it says when it started that God closed the door of the ark. Why did that happen? Well, what's significant about that? There's two things. One is God's provision for Noah and his family. When I sealed it, it's not coming open till I say so. And two, it's God's judgment. I sealed it, no one else is coming in. The time had come. And those 70 or 50 years that Noah had been telling everyone, God says it's going to rain, it's going to flood, he's going to flood the earth, and only the people on the ark are going to survive. The time had come. Judgment day had come. either in the ark or you were not. There was no getting in the ark once it started raining because God had sealed the door. So what does that say to us? What does that reveal about God? Well, it's the same thing I've been saying through the others. God is a loving God in that he prepares a way, but God is also a perfect judge. And when time comes for judgment, there's no extra time. We all have a lot of people in our lives that time will come for. Now, that's the sad part, is that if they don't accept Jesus Christ and get on that ark, then they will perish just like the people did in the time of Noah. But here's the merciful part of our God. We have time until then. That time has not come. It has not started raining yet. The ark door has not been shut by God yet. We've still got time. And we hear people say, how could a merciful God send people to hell? He doesn't. He gives them the opportunity to get on that ark. You have that opportunity. But you also, if you're on it, you have the responsibility to tell other people that I have the responsibility to tell other people that it's going to rain one day. We don't know when. We don't know when Jesus is coming back. But even more important than that, I would say, what if you died today? It's a sad thought for a lot of people. Scary for a lot of people. But it doesn't have to be. Because we serve a merciful and graceful God who's made a way for us, each and every one of us. So if you hadn't got on the ark, I encourage you today, let's get on. And if you're on there, let's tell other people. That's why we're here. That's, that long time to build the ark was on purpose. God gave people a reprieve to get on and to hear the good news. God bless you. I hope you have a great day.